Hey guys, Aaron here with a new video. You're likely seeing the Crimson Desert video or are seeing it here. I'm slightly confused really who this game is for. Now, first things first, the graphics look really good, and then I got nausea from the excessive camera shake and motion blur, which is something I mostly turn off in all my games, either instantly or a little bit later on. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it all looks really good, combat included. Some of the special moves felt like, yeah, they had some good weight behind them. Looking at the comments, the eye candy seems to draw in most of the people saying how totally awesome it looks. As a BDO player and a really long time MMO player, I need to give a bit of context why I'm actually really confused as to who this game is actually for. It's supposed to be an MMO, or at least that was last year. Now it's termed like an open world action adventure game. I don't know. They didn't say anything in this trailer, it just shows off the eye candy. And yeah, the candy is good, I can totally not deny that. Now, I used to play EverQuest. If you don't know what this game is, it's the MMO that shaped the MMO landscape coming behind it. It's one of the first, only before it was Ultima Online. EQ was also known as Evercrack. That's how addictive it used to be, because there was always something to play for, something to acquire, some level to go up to increase your, let's say, overall gear score, or, well, with its coupled with its infinite alternate XP level system, you can play it up to the infinite amount of, yeah, you can play it like a really long time, much in the way like how BDO is today. It's never holding your hand. It will even chop off your hand at least if you dare to take a chance and it completely failed. Now, where am I going with this 5 years later? They brought out a sequel, EverQuest 2, where they fixed a lot of the things that didn't need fixing. Also, system requirements, they practically went through the roof. A lot of people from EverQuest went to EverQuest 2 to check it out. Some of them liked it, including me, some others didn't, some went back to EverQuest, some did it, and it fractured the player base. Now we have two games with less people in it than before combined. So today's MMO market, there's not that many players entering it, and most MMOs share the amount of people playing them. It's not like the mobile market where everybody has a phone, which is pretty much the only requirement to play a mobile game or a mobile MMO. Hell, you don't even need to play them to play them, like they play themselves. So, now we have Black Desert competing with Crimson Desert. If Crimson Desert is even going to be an MMO, but if it's not, who here that's playing BDO is waiting on a single player BDO experience? I'm not. Well, there's probably gonna be people that are waiting on that, but most of the players that have the BDO experience, they want the BDO experience, otherwise we wouldn't be playing BDO. And yeah, who here really wants to start over, like really start over the entire pen grind? Yeah, sure, some of us wouldn't mind that if the game is a huge improvement over what we currently have, with so many things to do that we don't know what to do first. Maybe they will surprise us, maybe they will be competing with themselves. I don't know, but it sounds like a huge gamble, which for EverQuest 2 didn't pay off. 21 years later, after heavy mismanagement by Daybreak Games, they just now sold it to another company, the original EverQuest is still pulling in more players than EverQuest 2. I personally think whatever resources went into EverQuest 2 for the past 16 years, had they have gone into EverQuest 1, maybe it wouldn't have slipped into obscurity. Hey, I enjoyed EQ2 a lot, played it for 3 to 4 years, but when I feel the nostalgia glasses slip on, I boot up EverQuest 1 every single time. They even have progression servers that I really liked. I even played on those a couple of times. EverQuest 2 in my mind just doesn't exist when it comes to those nostalgia moments, except maybe like here or there, but it's not enough for me to download it and boot it up. Sometimes I just think if EQ2 was just the graphical upgrade on EverQuest, and that's it, not a complete separate game, how awesome would that have been? Because EQ1 looks by now really outdated. Well, EverQuest 2 as well, but you know, it's 17 years later at this point. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but BDO could like really benefit from dungeons, raids to draw in some more PvE oriented people. I wouldn't mind an actual raid either from time to time, or a dungeon with some actual bosses, and not the stuff we currently have that has to like, that's the PvE experience. Crimson Desert is also going to be pretty impossible. For Crimson Desert, it's pretty much going to be impossible to match the content BDO offers at launch. I really like my BDO as an MMO, and I hate to see it go, but I've got really mixed feelings about it, as I've already seen what two MMOs from the same company can do to each other, especially when they target the same customers. And I don't mean full pen people, as those will hate to let go of their power, and casual people will tend to flock to the new one thinking they got a better chance on the new game to get geared up, which they don't. It's just gonna be easier for the full pen people to get geared over there when they decide to jump ship as well, but when they get to the maximum, which EverQuest 2, the maximum was also really heavily capped off. You couldn't keep leveling or keep getting, you could get new upgrades and stuff like that, but it was just new expansion, do it all over again every single time. I don't know, it looks really awesome. Combat looks awesome, screen shake and effects will be turned off though, but yeah, I've got really mixed feelings. Other than EverQuest, I've never seen any company do a sequel on their flagship MMO. And to be fair, we might be bitching and moaning from time to time about it, but BDO does pull in new people, which is something no other MMOs do. They start out and then they steadily decline and die off. Well, time will tell. Hopefully we get some decent news at some point, and hopefully I'm wrong about this. But yeah, mixed feelings overall. Iron out.